What's going on, Slay Bays? Welcome back to another day in quarantine. Today's video is going to be a full face using my current favorite affordable beauty products, like my favorite products. I never really do these videos, so I feel like they're really nice because I'm constantly trying out new products on my channel, so sometimes it's hard to gauge what I'm really loving at the moment. So this video is going to give you all the deets on the products I'm currently loving, so I hope you guys really enjoy it, and if you guys love it, y'all already know what to do. Press that subscribe button if you are not yet subscribed, and turn on your notifications just so that way YouTube will notify you when I upload. We don't have coffee today. I have a full glass of water because hashtag stay hydrated. Also, before we begin, can we talk about my nails really quick? These are press-ons. I found a new brand that I am loving. Like, this style is gorgeous. Honestly, they don't even really look like press-ons. It looks like I went to the nail salon, but I didn't because we have to stay home. Y'all already know.
We are back live in full effect. Quarantine.
I don't have to repeat myself over and over in every single video, but I added some gems to them. I am going to talk about it a little bit more in the video. So with that, I'm gonna zoom you in just so that way we can get started. So let's go. Holy moly cannoli, my nose hairs are out of control. But let's begin. I've already used a little bit of sunscreen. This is by EL.MD. I purchased mine on Amazon. Do I need to repeat myself? This stuff is incredible. You guys always ask how my skin gets so glowy and such, and this product just gives my skin such a glowing from within glow, if you get me. It's also tinted. It protects your skin against UVA and UVB rays. It's incredible. But moving on, I do want to prime my skin. I am going to double prime today. I have been loving our collab Chill Pill Primer and Skin Booster. This is kind of like a serum and a primer all in one. I really love the way it feels on my skin, and it's just something I've been reaching for a ton. Now, you can find collab exclusively at Sally Beauty if you guys want to check it out. This one right here does smell like lavender, so if you are sensitive to scents, you may not like it, but I personally really love it because it feels so calming and soothing on the skin. Okay, skin, we see you, skin. I did say I am gonna double prime today. Now I am gonna go in with this e.l.f. primer right here. You guys know this is my tried and true. It's what I love to use. This is the Dew Primer. This really feels like glue, but for your skin in such a weird way. Like, my foundation sticks to this like no other, and it honestly does not go anywhere. And even though I'm staying home, I want my makeup to stay on for quite a bit because I do have several videos I want to film today. I am filming a clothing haul. I'm actually wearing one of the pieces from the clothing haul. I'm not sure which video is gonna go up before this, so I guess we'll wait and see. I'm gonna take this right here down the center where I have that pimple. I have no idea. One day I woke up and it was like big ass pimple right in my forehead. But we're definitely gonna cover it up with foundation today because, honey, she has to go, you know? Ugh. I'm loving the way my skin is looking. Minus all the blemishes, I feel like it is really thriving. It's looking very beautiful, glowy, luminous. Y'all already know. I'm also going to apply a little bit of lip balm, and while this isn't affordable, this has become one of my personal favorites. This is by Glow Recipe. This is the Lip Pop. It has like little beads in it, so it also exfoliates my lips like no other. That's kind of a sign that I need to slow down and not talk so fast. But you can see it leaves a little tint on my lips. Fuck. I got it all over my quarter zip.
Bruh.
Literally, who would I be if I wasn't dropping stuff on my shirt?
I'm trying to kill all the germs with this steamer. So with the high steam, I believe all the germs gonna get killed.
So after this video, I'll probably have to use a little bit of my grandma spray. I got this grandma spray at Walmart and it works amazing. I'm pretty sure it'll get the stain out. But moving on, one thing I've been loving to do is apply highlighter to my skin before I actually go in with foundation. And I know that sounds so crazy. It really does, but you guys know how much I love this one right here by I Heart Revolution. This is the Rose Gold Glow Highlighter Duo. So we have a gold shade, and then we also have this really pretty kind of like rose gold shade. So I'm gonna go in with this, and the brush I'm gonna use is from Sephora Collection. Sephora Collection recently revamped their entire brush line, which blew my mind. My favorite brushes are definitely from Smashbox and Sephora Collection, like my high-end brushes, because they're such great quality. already, but I love how they revamped it. It's like an all black barrel. We have Pro Blush here, and then we have the number. So this is the number 96 Pro Blush, but of course, I'm not gonna use it for blush in this step. I am gonna pick up a little bit of that golden highlight, and I'm gonna put it right here, just to add some glow and luminosity to my skin. You guys know I really haven't been into highlighter right now, but applying it before foundation actually gives me that glowing from within feel without it looking like chunky grits of highlighter on the skin. So that's what I've been into. That's what I've been doing. And I like to take a little bit on my forehead as well, and also like on my nose too. Ooh. Okay, boo, well, we see you. And a little bit on my chin. I'm not gonna get too crazy with this. At least that's what I'm telling myself. Honestly, guys, I don't know what it is, but I've been in a very, very good mood today. Yesterday was just really bad for me. I felt like complete shit, and I feel like all the weeks leading up to yesterday kind of got to me. I feel like because I've been quarantined, I'm not exercising like I usually do, and I'm also not eating the best. I've been eating like complete shit, so a lot of the things I've been eating are like bad, greasy, fried, saucy, and my chest like was hurting so bad yesterday that I thought it was the end for me. Like, that's a little dramatic, but I feel like I couldn't like burp, so it was like a lot of pressure in my chest, in my back, and my stomach was just in knots. But I didn't eat terrible. I decided to eat something that wasn't like greasy or anything like that, and I felt so much better. It's just been a situation. This quarantine has me going all types of crazy, and it has me feeling all types of things. But anyways, let's move on to foundation. I will be using this little baby right here. This is by Wet n Wild. This is the Dewy foundation. This literally has become my top favorite drugstore foundation of 2020 so far. This is so good. I have them in so many different shades, when I'm self-tan, when I'm not self-tan, when I'm right in the middle. The shade I'm using today is soft beige. I feel like this is gonna be perfect for my skin right now. Since I'm primed, I have a little bit of that highlighter going. I feel like, whoo, this is really just gonna take it to the next level. I'm gonna put a little bit on my cheeks, and then I'm gonna blend it out with a brush today. I'm not gonna use a sponge because I really wanna use some of the Sephora Collection brushes. By the way, not sponsored by Sephora Collection at all, but it can be. Sephora, holla at me. So the brush I'm gonna use to blend this out is a Sephora number 56 brush. It literally is the same brush, just different packaging. So if you have this one, nothing has really changed with this guy right here. It is such a great foundation brush, if you ask me. It blends out my foundation like a dream. It just really does a good job. So I'm just gonna go to town and blend. Okay, so let's just take a moment to talk about this side versus this side. Like, this foundation is incredible. I feel like it really covered up all of my hyperpigmentation and a lot of the blemishes that I am currently experiencing. Granted, I know a lot of them are on this side, but I did have a couple here. You can still see this one just a tad bit, just because, I mean, you can cover up color, but you can't really cover up texture. So there's that. Also, the brush didn't leave really any streaks on my skin at all, and that's why I love that brush for foundation in particular. It's not often that you'll see me use a brush for foundation, but that brush by Sephora is crazy good. All right, foundation is on and poppin'. Am I the only one who likes that song? Probably. Anyways, moving on. I am gonna prime the eyelids. I'm really torn between using like the e.l.f. putty primer for the eyes, because I've really been loving that, and the P. Louise base. I recently came across this again in my collection, and I'm like, why did I stop using this? I have no idea how much this costs, but hopefully it's not too much. You can't find it at Morphe, so I can't imagine it's too expensive, but then again, it can be because Jeffree Star stuff is there, Jacqueline stuff in there. By no means are those affordable brands. I'm gonna use a fluffy brush here. This one is by Collab, and I'm gonna prime my eyelids with the P. Louise base all over. So let's talk eyeshadow and eyeshadow palette. I have been high-key obsessed with is this one right here by Maybelline. This is the Nudes of New York eyeshadow palette. I use this maybe once on my channel and never again, but I've been using it a lot off camera. This palette is incredible, you guys. I really, really love the tones within this palette. We have your warm tones, you have your neutral tones. There's not many cool tone shades within this palette, but I don't really reach for cool tone shades often. I love that it's not too orange. So the first shade I'm gonna take is this beige shade right here. It's a really pretty kind of like bone colored shadow. It's called Soloist, and I'm gonna put that in my crease to act as like a base transitional shade. So the shade right here has a light brown tint to it, at least on my skin tone. I actually got Soloist mixed up with Artist. Artist is more of a bone colored shadow. So if you want to lay down a base shade before you go in with this transitional shade, definitely go in with Artist before Soloist. That's my bad. I was just too eager to jump in and start my makeup that I went in with my transitional color right off the bat. But this is an M441. I'm going in big old circular motions. Don't mind my brows. Y'all know how it is. I need to buy some tweezers actually, because the tweezers I have here are very, very dull. So I can't even get the little stragglers around my brows right now. No judgment. No judgment. All right, so the next shade I'm gonna pick up is called Creator. Honestly, I really love the names within this palette. I feel like they're really, really pretty, really nice. I'm taking this and I'm putting it right here in my outer V. And I'm gonna take it just a little bit in my crease, but nothing above the shade called Soloist. And I honestly like the fact that my foundation is pretty much done, because I can actually blow out the shadow and it'll blend very, very nicely into my foundation. So that's a plus. I also don't experience much fallout with this eyeshadow, but even if I did, I could easily clean it up and then do my concealer, because I haven't done my concealer yet. So just a few different methods on how you can actually do your makeup. If you want to do your base first, do it, but just skip concealer just in case you have a little bit of fallout. I feel like the order in which you do your makeup is really, really all about preference. So it is really all about preference. I have no idea. Sometimes I can speak, sometimes I can't, but let me know which order you guys do your makeup down below in the comments. I feel like it's very, very interesting. I actually want to do a video where I actually follow the order in which you guys do your makeup. I might do a poll over on Instagram. I really want to get you guys more involved with the content I'm filming. So if you guys aren't following me over on Instagram, definitely give me a follow, because I will be hosting some polls and stuff there. So that way you guys can kind of, you know, be more involved and contribute to the collaborative video making process. What? Whatever's left on my brush, I'm just gonna take it right here in the socket of my eye. Just like that. So now that that's done, I'm gonna pick up this shade right here called Explorer. It's just slightly deeper than Creator, and I'm still using that same M441, so I haven't even switched over to a new brush, which is just crazy. I feel like because all of these tones are relatively similar, I can get away with using the same brush, because I'm going in with a deeper shade every single time. I'm focusing this shade again right here in the outer V, and I'm not really gonna take this anywhere in the crease or the inner socket. I'm really just gonna go in big circular motions out in this area. Oh my God, look at all those boogies. Y'all, see, I thought we had each other's back. Please hold.
We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
Q-tip always does the trick. So now I'm just gonna go in with like a clean blending brush, and I'm just gonna take this right alongside the edges just to kind of soften them out. Now that that's done, I definitely want to go in with just like a little bit of shimmer. Now the shimmer that's literally screaming my name is this one right here called Originator, but also Dreamer is really, really pretty as well. As you can see, these are really, really beautifully done. They're not chunky, they're very, very smooth, which is why I really, really have been loving them. I'm actually going to use a brush from the Sephora collection. This is a Pro Shadow number 15. Now I've never used this. It does have a slight fluff to it. Normally I would use a brush like this by Morphe. This is an M124. As you can see, this one is very, very fluffy and this one is very, very tightly packed. I find that this is really, really good for packing on pigment all over the lid with more precision, whereas this one, it would just add a really, really nice sheen. So I'm not going for something like a cut crease. So I'm gonna go in with a brush like this, and I'm gonna pick up just a little bit of the shade called Dreamer, and I am going to spray it with a little bit of Fix Plus. Definitely use whatever you have next to you. This is actually the only finishing spray I have next to me at the moment. So I'm gonna take this and put it all over my eyelid. I just find that all shimmers apply a little bit better when they're just a little damp. Not sopping wet. You really just wanna spritz your brush, but not too much. Now for me personally, I feel like this brush is applying the shimmer in a really pretty diffused way. So if you want to pack a punch, definitely go in with a brush like this. I feel like it applies the pigment in more of a concentrated way. I'm really just going to focus the majority of the pigment like right here in the center, but not alongside the edges. I still want it to remain really, really soft. So I feel like adding that shimmer on the lid added a really, really nice like luminosity to the overall look. I'm now gonna go in with an eyeshadow, like a liquid eyeshadow. This one here is from e.l.f. This has become one of my top favorites. This is in the shade Flirty Birdie, super cute. I also have another one here. This one is in the shade Copper Pop. Since I'm not going for a dark lid shade today, I won't be using that, but I'm gonna be popping this right over top of that shimmer we put on the lid. And the way I really like to work with these is I will put them on the back of my hand first, and then I'll take a brush. I'm actually going to use that same number 15 eyeshadow brush by Sephora collection because it does have a really nice fluff to it. I'm going to pick up some of that liquid eyeshadow and then I'm just going to tap it over top of the eyeshadow, and I find that this gives a really, really natural effect to the eyeshadow and it doesn't look chunky or anything like that. See, it just adds a little bit of that shimmer. I'm really picky when it comes to liquid eyeshadows. Let me know if you guys are the same way. Like, I don't ever want them to look chunky on my eye. Really loving the way that my eyes are coming out. I do want to add just slight definition to the overall look. So I'm going to take more of a concentrated brush like an M507 or an M506, and I'm going to use a little bit of the shade called Voyager, this one right here. Again, I'm not going to go too crazy with this. I really just want to pinch my outer V and just add a little bit more like smoke to this look. Okay, so I'm just sticking it right here at the base and flicking it inwards. Ooh, this is actually a really beautiful shade, if I do say so myself. So I definitely want to add some type of liner. So I'm going to go right back into that shade called Voyager on a number 20 Sephora collection brush. It's actually a dual-ended brush right here. So you have a spoolie on one side and then an angled brush on the other. I use this to do my brows today and I really, really like how firm the angled brush is, and also the spoolie, it feels like really, really nice quality. But like I said, I am going to take this and I'm going to do like faux liner with eyeshadow. So I'm just going to start dragging it alongside my lash line just to create some definition because I will be applying falsies today. Then I'm just gonna smoke out this outer V with that M506 with that same color, just so that way it looks more diffused. So now that my smoky liner is done, I am gonna go in with false lashes, but first I'm gonna comb my eyelashes down because I did get a lash lift maybe about a month or so ago, and it's still going strong. Like my lashes are still just like, not as much as they were in the beginning, but I still need to comb them down just so that way I can pop on falsies. Now, this is the pair of false lashes I have been obsessed with since I got them. These are by Salon Perfect. These are the Lash DNA number 680 lashes. I love that they get smaller and they flare out towards the ends here. They are super, super pretty, especially when I'm doing like an eyeliner shape like this. So I'm gonna pop these on and then we can clean up the fallout and continue on with the look. So now that my lashes are on, I'm gonna go in with some makeup wipes. These are by the brand Billy, and I am gonna use these right underneath my eyes to clean up this fallout here. And I know I'm taking off some of the foundation in the process, but it's completely okay because I haven't gone in with my concealer yet. Okay, so let's talk concealer. The concealer I will be using in today's video is by e.l.f. It is my tried and true e.l.f. Camo Concealer. This one is in the shade Light Beige. I keep going back to this concealer. I feel like there's nothing really like it on the market, in the drugstore at least. I know there's one by CoverGirl, but this one is just super full on coverage. It does not go anywhere. I do find that it is a little bit drying underneath the eyes, but if you can get past that, I think it is a concealer you will really, really love. I'm just gonna take a brush. Am I gonna use a brush? Yeah, I'm gonna use this brush right here. This is by Real Techniques. This is the Deluxe Crease Brush, and I am gonna use this to blend out my concealer. Concealer is nice and blended out. I now want to go in with loose powder. A loose powder I have been loving is the CoverGirl True Blend Loose Mineral Powder in the shade Translucent. I've been using this a ton. This is probably like my second or third one. I know, a little excessive. I will be applying this underneath my eyes with a sponge. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Camo Concealer Sponge that they came out with. I'm not going to use it damp though. I'm probably just going to use it dry just because I'm a little lazy and I really don't feel like getting up and wetting it. So I'm just going to take a little bit here and then I'm going to press this underneath my eyes to really set that concealer down and in place. Now I'm kind of going for more of a full coverage look today. As you can see, I'm definitely going in pretty heavy-handed with foundation and concealer, but definitely do whatever it is that you want. For the rest of my face, I will be using the Stay Matte But Not Flat powder by NYX. I love this powder so much. I feel like it is a spot on dupe for the MAC Studio Fix powder. By the way, I'm using a number 59 powder brush, also by Sephora Collection. I feel like this could also be really, really good for like contouring, if you get me. I probably will use it for that. Am I the only one who doesn't use brushes in the specific areas and what they're meant to be used for? Like a foundation brush I could easily use for other things, even like a powder brush I could use this for contouring. Honestly, there's no rules in makeup, and even though brushes say they're meant for certain things, you can use them for really whatever you want. I'm just gonna take this all over. I'm actually really loving my makeup today. Probably because I use all of my affordable drugstore favorites. Funny how that happens, huh? Like there's no way my makeup could possibly look bad if I'm using products that I absolutely love. Okay, we're nice, we're powdered. We are ready for the next step, which is gonna be bronzer. I'm gonna be using the number 7 bronzer. This one is in the shade Caramel. It is a little bit warm, but that's exactly what I'm going for because I want to look sun-kissed. I want to look like I've been laying out on the beach, but we all know I've been cooped up in my house. So I'm gonna tap off just a little bit and just add some warmth to my skin. Ooh, I'm living for this. But now that we're here, I definitely want to talk about my little press-on nails because I am very proud of them. Let me just say that. I came across this style of press-on nails that I'm just obsessed with, and they are by Kiss. These are the Salon Acrylic French Nude. This one's more of like a square shape, whereas the one I have on right now is more of like the coffin shape. I also added on my own little crystals and I put a gel top coat. I plan on putting gel over all of the other nails, but I was in a rush to film. I feel like adding gel just makes it look a little bit more thicker and more natural. I will have them listed down below. I picked these up at Walgreens, but I will have them listed down below. If I can find them on Amazon, they will be listed down in the description. I know that Amazon is, oh my God, that was way too much. Okay, we're good. I know that Amazon right now is prioritizing like essential items, so I'm not entirely sure when like non-essential products will ship, but I still have been ordering just a couple things that are essential and non-essential just because I'm trying to limit the amount of times I leave my house, which honestly hasn't been that frequently at all. I kind of dread leaving, to be honest. Like as soon as I get in the grocery store, I'm just like, I'm like going crazy, ready to leave as soon as I get there. I'm gonna take a little bit of that number 7 bronzer and I'm just gonna take some alongside my nose. Even though it is super, super warm, normally I would go in with this bronzer right here. Actually, I should probably do that before I completely screw up my makeup. These two are some of my favorite bronzers from the drugstore. This one's more warm, this one's more cool, but it's not too cool. If you get me, like it's not gray. So that's why I really love this bronzer, to chisel out my nose and just add definition. And I'm also gonna take whatever bronzer's left on my brush and just take it right here in like the inner part of my eye, and we're blurry. As I was saying before my video became out of focus, I'm gonna take whatever's left on my brush and just blend it right here, just so that way it kind of blends into my eyeshadow. What's your guys' take on nose contouring? Do you do it? Do you skip it? Do you feel like it's too much? Let me know down below in the comments. I am gonna go in with just a little bit of this powder, which is also another one of my favorites. This is by Physicians Formula. This is the Natural Defense Set the Tone Finishing Powder in the shade Light. I just like to take a little bit of this and I will put it like alongside my nose and underneath my eyes to further brighten. I'm a little extra when it comes to this. I feel like this also gives the under eye area just a little bit of luminosity, which I'm really, really into. So there's that. I'm gonna take some right down my nose, center of my forehead and chin. And the brush I'm using is the number 79. This is a contouring brush. Honestly, how is this a contouring brush over this? This is really small. I guess this is meant to add like very precise precision or something. I do prefer this one over this one. This one's really nice for like under eye setting powder, if you ask me. Anyways, I do need to finish off my lower lash line. We have to do blush, highlight, then lips. But because I don't want this video to get too repetitive, with the power of editing, my lower lash line is done. What I really did is I just went in with a little bit of Explorer and Creator, smudged on my lower lash line, and then finished things off with a little bit of mascara. I do want to go in with a nude liner. You guys know how I feel about a nude liner, my waterline. I really love the way it looks. And a favorite of mine has been this right here by LA Girl. This is the Ultimate Intense Stay Auto Liner for the eyes. I know they also have Intense Stay Auto Liners for the lips, but this one is specifically made for the eyes. And what I'm gonna do with this is I'm just gonna run it in my waterline just to create more of a bright-eyed effect. Let's go in with blush. I've been obsessed with this one right here by Milani. This is their Baked Blush in the shade Luminoso. This has been a holy grail blush for me for so long, and I just started using it again in my collection because it gives my cheeks a little bit of luminosity. As you guys know, I haven't been too keen on applying highlight all over my face, so I've really been gravitating more towards blushes that have a little bit of sheen to it because I feel like it adds a really pretty healthy glow to my skin without emphasizing too much texture. Now I am gonna go in with just a little bit of highlight, nothing crazy. I'm gonna go back into the I Heart Revolution Duo. I'm gonna pick up some of that gold shade on the same brush I used in the beginning of the video. I'm gonna swipe off and I'm only gonna take it like right here. But that's it, really nothing more. I just want a nice sheen, nothing too crazy. You can put a little bit on the tip of my nose and here, done. One and done. I'm gonna go in with a lip liner now. I'm gonna use this one by Milani. This is a part of the Salt and Pepper collection. I have this one right here. This one is in the shade 240 Shoop. And I'm gonna put this all over, kind of lining. I've been really into brown lip liners and this one is so beautiful. Pair it with like nudes, girl, stunning. And for lipstick, I've been loving this one right here by L'Oreal. This is the Age Perfect Glowing Nude Lipstick in the shade 216. Actually, it's in the shade Glowing Nude. So, shade Glowing Nude 216. I'm gonna put this all over and blend it in with the lip liner. Okay, lips are done. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of brow gel. I've been loving this one by CoverGirl. This is the Easy Breezy Brow in Transparent. So I zoomed you out just so that way we can get a feel for the final completed look. Again, I will have my quarter zip linked down below as well as the press-ons because, I mean, by the looks of it, you wouldn't even think I've been in quarantine for the past month. Like, it looks like I went and got my nails done. I went and got my hair done. Look at this little pony, okay? Ooh, you saw that stain? Okay, no, that wasn't a stain, that was a pocket. But I hope you guys really love this look. I had a lot of fun sitting down and just playing with my top favorite drugstore products. I mean, it's no surprise that I love this look because I mean, I use all of my favorite products. I also really love the brushes from Sephora collection. I will continue playing around with them and let you guys know my thoughts and let you guys know what are some of my top favorites from the overall revamped collection. But that is it. I hope you enjoyed. If you guys want to see more videos like this, y'all already know what to do. Subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't already. Click that bell and give this video a big ol' thumbs up so that way I know you guys liked it. I love you, and until next time, I'll be sure to catch you guys all on the next one. Deuces.